Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Charlotte, and I am your Vista leader. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here today. I know you're probably getting busy at your sites, but I really appreciate your participation. I am here in Washington, D.C. at the NeighborWorks America headquarters, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about myself, give you a little introduction, and give you an overview of the program. I'm here with Sam Sauter today, who's going to help me give a little bit of the presentation. And NeighborWorks is really excited to have you all on board. I'm excited to be here, so let's get it started. All right, here's the agenda for the webinar. We're going to be going over how NeighborWorks America is structured and how the VISTA program works. I'm going to give you a little introduction to myself as well as some other key players in the program, as well as give you some overviews of the communication plans and our contact info. I was born and raised in Rochester, New York, and I moved to DC a little over 5 years ago to attend American University. I majored in studio art and had a minor in art history. But after I graduated, I really didn't want to know what I wanted to do career-wise, so I decided to become a Vista. I had a position in DC Public Schools Central Office last year, where I worked on the out-of-school time programs team to develop training events, improve communication mechanisms, and distribute curriculum materials for after-school and summer learning programs. After a little bit of a break, I started my position here at NeighborWorks America, and I'm really excited to be here as your VISTA leader. So the role of the VISTA leader is really to be here for you as an advocate. I am not your superior, but I'm really here to provide you any support you need. If you have questions about things like reporting, finding VISTA resources on VISTA campus or elsewhere, connecting with other VISTAs or NeighborWorks America staff, please come to me. And you can also just come to me to get advice, to vent. I know that this year can be challenging at times. I've been there myself, and I really want to be here as a support system for you. So here's a little bit about my previous service experience at DC Public Schools. My VISTA program was actually sponsored by the George Washington University, much like all of your programs are sponsored by NeighborWorks America. As I said, I worked in the central office on out-of-school time programs. That office oversees 54 after-school programs at Title I schools and 8 summer learning programs. So what I did in my year was plan 3 big training events for after-school staff. I also wrote a monthly newsletter that went out to staff and partners. I ran a Twitter page, and I distributed curriculum materials for use in after-school. I also did a little work helping to build a 5-week enrichment curriculum for use in summer learning programs. So you can see on this slide, here is a picture of my cohort, a sample of a newsletter that I wrote during my time, and a sample tweet, and some pictures that I took during after-school events. So beyond myself, there's a couple other key players on the team. Debbie Wise also works here in the Washington, D.C. office. She is the VISTA program manager, and she's going to be in direct contact with all of your supervisors. Then there is Tina Dunphy, who is the state director for the CNCS office in Ohio, which NeighborWorks reports to.
Okay, hi everyone. It's nice to see you all on the webinar. Thanks again for joining. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about NeighborWorks America and our mission and how your kind of projects fit under that. So NeighborWorks America is a congressionally funded nonprofit that strives to create opportunities for people to live in affordable homes, improve their lives, and strengthen their communities. And we perform 3 main functions, which is grant and funding support, technical assistance, and we also organize trainings for organizations like yours and other professionals in the community development field. So this is a diagram of the structure of the NeighborWorks VISTA program. NeighborWorks is the sponsoring organization, which is the intermediary in this diagram, which is on the right side of the screen. And we are the liaison between your site and CNCS, which is the government agency that funds VISTA. And CNCS provides you with things like the living allowance, the VISTA campus, trainings like the PSO, and also the VISTA member support unit. And then your site provides you with direct supervision and your VADs. And then NeighborWorks is somewhere in between. So we provide you with additional training resources to support you throughout the year. And also your VIST leader, and Charlotte explained some of the roles of the VIST leader already.
So the NeighborWorks VISTA program has 3 main focus areas: financial literacy, housing, and employment. You should be able to identify which focus area you fall into based on your VAD. This will be important later in your service year when you're doing reporting and you want to work towards major goals. If you're confused at all about which of these areas you fall under, you can talk to your supervisor about it and help get some clarity there. You can also just come directly to me and I'll help you work through your VAD. So this map here shows the 50 VISTAs that are serving this year. You all are at 36 different NeighborWorks organizations across the country, and you can get an idea of the spread here. So you're all going to be doing pretty different things during your years. Some of you may be working on building volunteer forces. Some of you may be working on developing funding. And you're all going to have different projects, but those all will fall under the NeighborWorks America umbrella. I'll be sending out a VISTA contact sheet tomorrow, and that's going to have basic contact information for all of the VISTAs so that you can start getting in touch with each other.
Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about NeighborWorks VISTA's accomplishments. So the NeighborWorks VISTA program has been around for 9 years. We're actually in year 10 right now, which is really exciting. And over those 9 years, VISTA members have developed tons of programs, raised millions of dollars, recruited many, many volunteers, and have contributed to the capacity building efforts of NeighborWorks organizations like yours. On this screen, you can see some work that previous VISTA members from my cohort have done. So there's some example Instagram posts, a tool that someone uses to manage programs at their service site, also some newsletters, someone giving a presentation about a new business process that created. And this is really awesome because NeighborWorks VISTAs have really been instrumental in forwarding the mission of NeighborWorks and fighting to alleviate poverty, which is the mission of VISTA.
So the NeighborWorks program provides all of its VISTAs with a lot of benefits. Those include access to a NeighborWorks Training Institute, also called an NTI, free self-guided courses online, help from experts at NeighborWorks, and others. So here's a little bit about NTIs. These are week-long conferences that happen a couple times throughout the year. And they have high-quality classes that you can take. You can meet professionals in the community development field, and also just have a good time. If you guys are able to come to the December NTI in Pittsburgh, that's the 3rd through the 7th of December, I will be there hosting a workshop, and you guys can meet me, ask me some questions, and also get to know each other. We also offer self-guided courses online. Those are free to VISTAs, and I will be sending out a list of the courses with their codes later today. Those codes are specifically for VISTA members and are not to be shared. As tempting as it might be to share those with your site supervisor or other staff at your site, that is not allowed, unfortunately. And you can see some examples of those courses right here on the slide. And those are very comparable to the courses that are offered at NTIs. Both are incredible professional development opportunities. One is in person, the other you can do from your site, from home, anytime. I'll also be hosting subject matter experts webinars 3 times through the year. I'll be recruiting NeighborWorks America staff to come talk to you about what they do and how they can help you reach your goals. So you can see some examples of past subject matter experts webinars there. And the great thing about these is that once you have those webinars with those professionals, you'll be able to contact them with your questions and they'll be able to guide you through your projects throughout the year. So as we mentioned, and Sam described a little bit into detail, there are three major components to our project: NeighborWorks America, the Vistas and their sites, and CNCS. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the communication between all three. So your site supervisor is there as your first point of contact on the ground. You should go to them with things like issues with your VAD, or if you just have questions about transitioning to life in the office. I am your Vista leader, and I'm here to be a peer mentor for you and answer your questions about things like benefits or reporting. I can also just give you general advice and be here for you to rant to if necessary. Debbie works in DC with me here, and she is the direct point of contact for all of your site supervisors. And Debbie and I work together to report up to CNCS. Tina Dunphy is the CNCS State Director in Ohio, which is the state office that NeighborWorks reports to as a whole. And she works with Debbie and I to approve things like leave time and employment requests. So throughout the year, I'm going to be getting in contact with you a lot of different ways: email, phone calls, these webinars, surveys. And we also have a Facebook page. If you're interested in being added to the Facebook page, shoot me an email and I will add you. That being said, this is going to be a challenging year for you all. It was definitely challenging for me in my first year of Vista. A lot of things can happen. And I want to be able to have an open line of communication with all of you in order to troubleshoot those issues in real time and give you the most successful experience possible. So here are some expectations that I have of you. Please respond to my emails and let me know if you're having any difficulties so that I can really help you right away. So that is all of the information we have for you today. Here is my contact info so that you can get in touch with me. And I'm going to be making check-in calls to all of you over the next month and a half about. So look out for an email from me on Tuesday with instructions on how to sign up. And I'll also be sending out that contact information with all of the Vista contacts today. So look out for those two things. Thank you again for being here. And if you have any questions right now, go ahead and drop them in the chat so that I can answer them for you.
Okay, hi, this is Sam. I'm going to start answering, as Charlotte's plugging some things in, I can also help to answer some of these questions. So Janet asked, do you need to approve vacation days? No, you need to work with your supervisor for that. So just check in with them and make sure that you're, staying in compliance and only using like your 20 days throughout the year, but you have to check in with them first and they will approve that.
The other question that we've received so far is instructions on signing up for the check-in calls. I'll be sending an email to all of the Vistas next Tuesday after the holiday weekend with specific instructions. So keep a lookout for that. It'll be pretty self-explanatory. Yes, someone just asked how many vacation days and sick days Vistas receive. It is 10 each, and you'll need to get that approved directly through, well, you're going to have your site supervisor approve it, and then CNCS will approve it. You'll need to talk to your site supervisor about possibly combining vacation days and sick days. That's on a case-by-case basis, so ask your site supervisor about that one. All right, I'm not seeing any new questions in the chat box right now. Please, as I said before, feel free to get in touch with me anytime about anything. Really, I'm here to help. You can email me, you can call me, and just let me know what's going on. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. It was great communicating with you guys a little bit. I really hope to meet you all in December at the NTI. In the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out and have a great afternoon.
All right, thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. How do I end this?
If you go to